You know, I'm sitting here looking right at you. It's difficult for me not to... Why not let me call you by your real name?
Okay, how about Howard Cosell?
I guess that doesn't... All right. Will you ever record again?
If recording means going through a lot of pressure, I don't think so.
That would really be a shame. You know, the world really shouldn't be deprived of such a magnificent talent like yours any longer. What plans do you have for the future?
I don't think anybody really knows what lies in the future. But again, I would like to do something for the fans.
You know, I have something I'd like to ask of you, and I hope you don't feel I'm imposing on you too much, but the fans and myself would really appreciate it very much. Could you sing something for us?
Okay, but I'm gonna need a guitar.
Hey, I gave it to you. Wait, just 1 minute. I'll be right back. Wait. Super.
Fantastic.
I know you loved him a long time ago. Even now in my arms, you still want him, I know. But darling, this time, oh Lord, let your memories die. When you hold me tonight, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once let yesterday go. You'll find more love than you ever know. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. I love you so much, baby. I don't want to let you go. Maybe I've been a fool, holding on all this time. Lying here in your arms, knowing he's on your mind. I keep hoping someday that you see the light. Let it be me tonight. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once, let yesterday go. You'll find more love than you've ever known. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes, let it be me. Don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once, let yesterday go. You find more love than you've ever known. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. Going home all this time. Don't close your eyes.
Okay, the next thing I would like to talk about is Spelling on the Stone. This is an album that came out in 1989. The title is the hit song on the LP. And I gotta tell you, this was a phenomenon when it hit the radio stations across the nation. But still, in the majority of the people of the world just did not believe enough that Elvis Presley, in fact, was still alive, to where the truth would come out. But here is the hit song off the LP, Spelling on the Stone from 1989. Enjoy this, everyone.
People wonder, people ask, am I present? Am I past? I never left, I haven't gone. Check the spelling on the stone. Was my leaving you a sin? Did my faith somehow grow thin? My secret's out, so many know. Check the spelling on the stone.
The legend lives, never die. It's up to you to decide.
Say the word and I'll come home. Check the spelling on the stone. Would you miss me quite the same had I never come to fame? So the truth may now be known. Check the spelling on the stone.
The legend lives, never die. It's up to you
Sing the song.
to decide.
Say the word and I'll come home. Check the spelling on the stone. Just check the spelling on my stone.
Hi, I'm Lee Stoller, the president of LS Records in Madison, Tennessee. The story goes, I was on the West Coast doing fair dates with Christy Lane and called my office for messages. My secretary said, Lee, you will not believe what happened today. She said, let me tell you the story. A limousine drives up, 4 guys gets out, and then this man steps out in black, with sunglasses on, a little over 6 feet tall, black with a lot of gray in his hair and a mustache. He comes in with his box under his arm. He said, may I speak to Lee Stoller? She said, he's on the West Coast with Christy Lane. Christy Lane is my favorite singer, he said. He said, this is my new tape. I'd like to have Lee release it on LS Records. She said, fine. She took the box and he noticed the book. He said, oh, he said, that's Christy Lane's book, One Day at a Time. I read it the other day in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was really fascinated by it. May I have a copy? She said, certainly. He reached in his pocket, and that's when she noticed his gloves. He had 2 black leather gloves. On one was outlined a musical note. The other one, an outline of a guitar. And both of them in diamonds. She said, why, if they cost 1,000, they must have cost 100,000. I never saw diamonds like that before in my life. So when I got in a few days later, I listened to it. I said, that is fantastic. It sounds like Elvis Presley. Who is it? That's the odd thing about it, she said. He never said his name. He just assumed that I knew him and you would. Isn't his name on the box? I said, there's nothing except the title of the song, Spelling on the Stone. Why, this record has already made music history. It's the first record ever in the history of music that has been released without the name of the artist on it. You are now a part of history.
Hi, hello, Uncle Joe Cunningham of 920 Country, WMNI, Assistant Program Director, Music Director, and longtime radio personality here in the Buckeye State. And I've seen many songs come and go, many songs that you had lukewarm response to and instantaneous response to, such as the case of Spelling on the Stone. The song we featured on our Make It or Break It at 9:10 in the evening and had overwhelming response. We then picked it up from there and went with a interview and a feature of Elvis Presley and some of the doings of his life, again to overwhelming response. We've been using the record throughout the day on our station, and again, if we're not playing it, we're hearing from the listening audience they want to hear it. Spelling on the Stone, I believe it is something phenomenal.
Eddie Powell reporting from Columbus, Ohio, today conversing with Dave Siegel, a records promotion man. Dave, you've been in the record promotion business a long, long time.
Almost 32 years, Eddie.
Let's talk about a particular artist, Elvis. You worked on some of his records then. Now, the phenomenon, the song, Spelling on the Stone. Compare the two.
Well, let me just tell you that there are three real classes of records. There are hits, there are smashes, and then there are the phenomenon. This record is a phenomenon. Instant radio requests, heavy requests. Some people are telling me it's the most requested record they've had since they've been in the radio business, ever. And when those phones light up like they do, and the calls come into the stores like they do, it's for real. This is absolutely amazing.
This is Dr. Bruce Nelson, KNUZ in Houston. Just a week or so ago, I walked out into the lobby of the radio station just to peek out the door, see what the weather was like. I was about an hour away from going on the air, and they were pretty busy in the reception area, and there was a gentleman standing there waiting his turn. He had a record in his hand, which is not all that unusual in a market the size of Houston, Texas. And he was a nice enough guy. He just asked me if I'd listened to his record, and if I liked his record, would I play it. After he left the radio station, I've noticed that he got into a late 60s model, early 70s model pink Cadillac. A little eccentric, I thought. Curiosity got the best of me. I walked next door to a little room where we dub records onto cartridges and listened to the record, and instantly knew I had a record that I had to get on the air. I had no idea who it was, and it's been a record that's generated more telephone activity for us than anything we've experienced in the last 3 or 4 years.
This is Bonnie Whopper of Whopper Music Company in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That Spelling on the Stone, this is the most of any one record we've ever sold. I mean, ever sold.
The date to remember is December the 8th. I called my office from Florida. The secretary said, "Lee, you're not ready for this." 1,000 thoughts flooded my mind as I waited for the news. She said a silver Mercedes pulled in the drive today. 4 guys got out dressed in black. The 5th guy just had on blue jeans, a pink shirt, and a flight jacket. With a box under his arm, he came to the office. He said, "I don't suppose Lee Stoller is in town?" She said, "You're right. He's in Florida doing a concert with Christy Lane." He said, "Well, he could not be in better company." He said, "I wanted to thank Lee and everybody for accepting my new song, Spelling on the Stone. I heard and read a lot of good things about it." In this box now, as he laid it on the desk, he said, is 9 new songs. I would like to have Lee release this on LS. Then he noticed the book laying on the desk. He picked up the book, he looked at it, hesitated a minute, then he whispered, "How to Save Your Own Troubled Marriage" by Christy Lane. He choked, then said, "May I please buy a copy? Perhaps I could have used this book a few years ago." The secretary said, "I felt so sorry for him, I thought I'd cry." Then I noticed his white leather gloves. It had TCB in diamonds. He simply said, "Thank you, ma'am," smiled, and left with his book.